Hey Astra Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the moon in the ninth house. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. So before we start, you first want to see what sign is the moon positioned in. This is very important to see as the moon is a highly adaptable and impressionable planet. Along with this, you want to see what are the other planets that are conjunct with the moon or aspecting to the moon. This will make a difference as well. You also want to see, is the moon being hemmed by malefics? So are there malefics placed in the 8th house and the 10th house that are closing in on this moon? This becomes very important to see as well. Along with this, you want to see, is the moon in a waxing or waning position at birth? And the most important moment where the moon becomes active in the chart is during a moon Mahadasha. So if you have not seen my video on the moon Mahadasha Bhuktis, I will leave a link for that above and down below in the description. So what does the moon represent? The moon represents the mind. It is all about your thoughts, your feelings, your impressions of life. It is all about your memories as well. All of your reactions and responses to the environment around you. So this is all about how you're relating and adapting to your environment. And this becomes a very emotional planet. The moon also represents your intuition. So this shows your reasoning ability, your ability to make decisions. But whereas Mercury was more rational, this is all about your feelings. The moon also is representing your connection with your mother because it is the ruler of Cancer, which is the original 4th house of the natal chart. So all about your relationship with your mother, the nurturing that you have received, your sense of security and comfort is seen through the moon's position. So what does the 9th house represent? The 9th house is the house of your beliefs, your philosophy in life. So it is all about your religion or your philosophical belief systems. Whatever that looks like for you, that is what the 9th house becomes all about. The 9th house also represents any teachers, mentors, counselors, gurus, those who give you a sense of instruction in life. Therefore, the 9th house is also said to be connected with the Father as well, and the teachings of the Father. The 9th house is a house of higher learning. This includes all of your philosophical learning, but also university level education. So this is connected to any professors and all of your degrees seen in higher education. Along with this, it is representing foreign lands, foreign cultures, long distance journeys. So all about travel and exploring different cultures and how those cultures affect us within our lives. So what happens then when the moon comes into the 9th house? Well, this is going to be a very restless position because the 9th house, as I've mentioned, is all about finding that deeper belief system, finding that philosophy in life, along with traveling, exploring, learning. So there's a lot of movement that is taking place here in this 9th house. The moon also will be aspecting onto the 3rd house, which is another house of travel, movement, shifting of location. So definitely this becomes a huge theme of the moon coming into the 9th house. Because the moon is your sense of security, of nourishment, of comfort, there is a sense of a lack of security or comfort that is seen with this position. There can be a lot of restlessness, a lot of dissatisfaction in life, a tendency to change and to move locations a lot. And this can also start in the earlier part of your life, depending upon how the moon is placed in your chart. There can be some challenges in the earlier part of your life because this is in a very challenging position to the 2nd house and the 4th house of the chart, which are both positions of nourishment. So there is some kind of conflict that is related to the family and the early upbringing that is seen. Sometimes with this position, the mother can become like a father, a teacher, a mentor for you, can take on the role of the father. There can be a loss of father in some cases. So this can also be seen where the mother becomes a huge source of wisdom for you, becomes the one who gives you instruction and guidance about how to approach life in general. Definitely with the moon here, you are seeking that higher philosophy, that higher truth and meaning in life. This becomes a huge thing for those of you with the moon in the 9th house. You're looking for that belief system, that truth that is true to you. And this may not be religious. You may be an atheist with this position, but it's all about finding a sense of truth in life. This becomes the focal point for you in your mind. Definitely, this can make you someone who's highly intelligent and educated. There can be an inclination towards higher studies, towards philosophical thinking. Again, wanting to explore different beliefs, different cultures, different philosophies can be seen. Sometimes, though, if the moon is in a challenging position, then you can find some challenges around your education as well. Because the moon is waxing and waning, it has fluctuation to it. So if the moon is badly placed here, you can also have some fluctuation in your higher education. There could be a lot of changing, restlessness, not finding the right course that is fit for you, coming back later on can be seen sometimes. Definitely, though, this makes you a skill-based person. You want to learn something that you can put to use. Because, again, the moon is directly aspecting onto the third house of the chart, which is all about your skills, your communication, your writing ability. It's all about your courage to put your skills, your talents, and knowledge out into the world. And so also with this position, this can make you someone who is a priest, someone who is a teacher, mentor yourself, public speaker, anyone in media, writing, journalism, anything where you are trying to put your beliefs, your knowledge, your truth out into the world. Sometimes with this position, it can get you into science, mathematics, history. Again, all of these higher levels of learning can be seen. But definitely, this is a position that can take you away from your homeland. So at some point in your life, you can find yourself traveling, changing location with this position. And definitely, if you are moving into foreign lands or distant lands, then you can find more happiness and fortune in your life. This also makes you a fiercely independent person as well. You're all about your belief system, your truth, what's true to you. This is what truly matters for you. And as the moon aspects onto the third house, it is also about going your own way in life. So you're trying to find what is your path, what is your direction, what is it that you are focused on in this lifetime. Also, the third house deals with siblings, specifically younger siblings. But again, with this position, you can find a lot of challenges around your connection with family members. So this can also be strongly seen with your connection with siblings as well. For some of you, you have a very strong connection with your siblings. But if the moon is in a more challenging position, you can also run into conflicts with siblings, which can come from your belief system as well. In fact, with the moon here in the ninth house, you can find yourself in a lot of disputes and conflicts, especially if the moon is afflicted, because you are all about your truth, your philosophy, and this can oppose with others' beliefs as well. Definitely with this position, it can take you towards spirituality. It can take you towards monkhood, priesthood, into all sorts of spiritual lifestyles that can be seen as well. All sorts of mystics, gurus, those who are taking this path of renunciation, this spiritual journey, can be seen when the moon comes into the ninth house. But in general, this is a position that's taking you in this direction of finding what is really true to your heart. What are you truly connected to?